Dr. Kevin with 𝒓𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 answer the question, why do parents bring in their children if they're healthy and they don't have any symptoms? Because we want to increase performance. The nervous system in the body, it's your master control system. It controls everything. And when there's a subluxation or misalignment in the body, I'm going to grab the spine. The brain's up here, the nervous system, the spinal cord goes right through all these vertebrae. There's 7 cervical, 12 thoracic, 5 lumbar vertebrae. And between each one of these vertebrae, there's joints that move, that connect to each other. So there's a lot of different things going on in your spine. And the most important, it protects these nerves. But if you get out of alignment, these nerves start getting damaged. And we don't want that. We want to make sure that everything is healthy. Even though a child may not have any symptoms, doesn't mean that they don't have a subluxation in their spine. So like I said, I want to go deep into neurology. I think it's very important for you to know every time an adjustment's delivered on your child's spine, what happens to that, what's going on neurologically. All right. And this poster right here, The Power of an Adjustment, really describes this really well. And it says the science behind chiropractic adjustment. If you look at right in the middle, there's your spinal cord. So this guy right here, spinal cord goes down. So we'll just say, let's say T8, right in the middle of the spine, kind of right at the apex of that thoracic spine. Those nerves are going to go to your stomach, your small intestine, your liver, your pancreas. But what happens when I adjust a child at T8? There's the spinal cord right there. So let's say this is T8 right there. And when you make the adjustment, there's mechanoreceptors in the spinal joints. Like I said, between each joint, each vertebrae, there's many joints. And there's mechanoreceptors in there. And when that happens, those mechanoreceptors get stimulated. They fire off and it shoots up to the cerebellum, which is the back part of your brain. So every adjustment that your child gets, they're getting stimulation to the cerebellum, a good stimulation, good input into the brain. It's not bad input, like if they're on social media and they're looking at their phone for hours, that can get to be a bad input going into the brain. This is a very good input. It's just like exercise. If they're exercising every day, good input going in the cerebellum. So coordination, posture, balance, that's what happens in the back part of your brain. But from there, there's connections all over all different parts of your brain. So for example, it can go to the thalamus, numbness, tingling, hypersensitive. Sometimes kids they get that sensory disorder stuff going on. It can also go to this vestibular nucleus right here, blood pressure. It goes to the inner ear infections right there. It's cranial nerve 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at, as we go over here, we go to the hypothalamus, pain, anxiety, depression. How many children are having anxiety and depression right now? Pineal gland, trouble sleeping and fatigue. They're tired all the time. Cerebral cortex, that's your thinking, the way your child thinks. Okay, then it can come down here, dorsal motor vagus, nucleus vagus, goes down into the heart, the lungs, GI tract, liver, immunity. Pretty important stuff. Pretty important stuff for your child. Nausea, vomiting. How many kids have nausea or pain in their stomach all the time? Irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation. This is a huge one that we see in the office. Allergies. How many kids have allergies? A ton. Autoimmune disorders, high blood pressure, asthma, another big one. Like how many kids are having asthma today? So by adjusting in the spine, again, go back and review, that's how much it affects those areas. Look at down muscles, okay? Performance. If you have athletes, why wouldn't you want their nervous system functioning at the highest level? Poor circulation, restless legs syndrome, referred pain, numbness, tingling. You want those muscles toned. If they're an athlete, my daughter's an athlete, I want her firing and competing as the best she can. Make sure that spine's functioning at the highest level. Okay, then we come over here, the sympathetic chain ganglia. That's your sympathetic nervous system. You have your parasympathetic and sympathetic. Sympathetic's the bear's chasing you, and you got to run really fast. It doesn't care about digestion right now. It cares about getting blood to those muscles. Nervous system, adrenaline, cortisol. so that you can run really fast. That's the sympathetic chain ganglia. But what about your child and kids that are stressed all day long, every single day? That happens. They might be on social media and they're just stressed. They're peer pressure, whatever it is. What's it do to their muscles? Muscle spasm, joint pain, gets them off balance. They're just not normal. So if they're stressed too much, that's going to affect that. Then you come over here, the amygdala, which is that stress area. The hypothalamus pituitary axis, your part of your brain, the hypothalamus, goes down to pituitary gland, down to your adrenals. This is that stress, anxiety, depression, accelerated aging, ADD. That is a big diagnosis right now. Diabetics, that's going lower and lower. Overweight kids, trouble sleeping, high cholesterol. Hopefully kids don't have high cholesterol, but you'll be amazed how many kids the teenagers that come in that are already on statin drugs. So, the adjustment affects all of this neurologically, and that's why we check and adjust healthy kids, because we want the body functioning. We want the brain working good, positive input to the brain, so that your child is performing at the highest level. And I don't care, it doesn't have to be athletics. It can be in the classroom, it can be playing the piano, it can be at dance, at whatever they choose to do. I want your child healthy and performing at the highest levels.